Okay, dreamer, please.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So many of you have been asking me to make another video about exclusive equipment that have yet to come out in global server, and this will be the video. But before that, we are going to recap very quickly on how to build exclusive equipments for those that are still not too sure. First, you need to do your catastrophe rate and get 100 purification shards, and then this will give you a purification crystal, which you can then make into a vessel. This vessel will then need to be enhanced to plus 15, and along with soul shards, hero soul shards, crimson essence and gold, you will be able to get your exclusive equipment. Okay, and I think we've come to a point in the game whereby we are not short of these vessels. If you have been doing raids daily and weekly, right, I don't think you should be short of these vessels. Okay, so these were the heroes that we talked about in the previous video, which I linked above. So if you haven't checked that video out, you can check it out. And these are the remaining heroes whose exclusive equipment is still not released in our server. I'm pretty sure we will get Scott's exclusive equipment next week, okay, when there's an update. But who exactly will come with Scott, we still do not know. So I know I didn't talk about Ming and Valdur in the previous video. I'm just gonna briefly mention them here in this video. For Ming, her exclusive equipment changes her passive to become even stronger. With her current skill set now, it will give her the ability to be able to decrease ultimate gauge of her enemies every basic attack. Okay, and also increase her own by that decreased amount. Now after her entire skill set is going to get buffed, it will become every attack, and the decrease in ultimate gauge will also become an AoE 1, which means she will be absorbing a lot of these ultimate gauge decreases for herself, and this will really increase her utility. Okay, so Ming's exclusive equipment is something that you really want to save for. The next one is Valdur's. For his skill 3, it gains the new ability to remove debuffs from himself, and it can be used when disabled. So this actually just allows him to be more efficient in terms of his damage dealing, so that he won't be stuck in a disabled state. And I think it's also just a decent exclusive equipment for him, unfortunately, and I really hope that they revamp his entire skill set in time to come, because I think he's one of the worst L plus right now, even in Korea server. Even after his exclusive equipment came out, he's not really used much, okay, despite that. So unfortunately, he will not be having an SS tier ranking, okay, for this exclusive equipment. And the next exclusive equipment is Ace's. Similar to Valdur's, he will remove debuff from himself, and this invincibility, which he currently has on his skill 2, will not be able to be removed by the enemy, okay, and so he will be completely immune to debuffs and damage for a fixed period of time, which really increases his power. As you know, Ace is a very strong hero that is used for a very long time. So when this exclusive equipment came out, Ace really got a huge boost in utility in PvP. I've also heard that because of this exclusive equipment, it gave Ace the ability to be able to solo 4 enemies by himself. Okay, so that's how powerful this exclusive equipment is, and I think you really want to save for it as well. Next one is Rudy Plus. Okay, Rudy Plus has actually got a huge buff in Korea server recently. So this exclusive equipment kind of complements that revamped skill set, okay, that buff skill set. So as we know, his skill 3, Wings of Protection, currently allows reflect and also gives himself a shield. Okay, these two effects will no longer be able to be removed once he gets his exclusive equipment, which means he'll have a guaranteed reflect and a guaranteed shield, which makes his tankiness a lot better. Not only that, in PvP, he will apply an effect on all allies and cause debuff durations to decrease, and this buff cannot be removed. So it's basically a guaranteed shortening of debuff durations in your entire team. And along with his revamped skill set in Korea server, it really brought him back to the meta, and he's being run in almost every team right now. Okay, so that's how strong he is, and this exclusive equipment is definitely gonna serve him very well. We also have Yuri. So for Yuri, she is gonna give a crit rate increase and a codex buff of attack, so this makes her exclusive equipment pretty useful in just, you know, that aspect. But in terms of making her better, it also does that job whereby it actually allows her to get 100% ultimate gauge when she revives. And I think currently she only gets up to 42% based on my level 40 Yuri when she revives. And as we know, her ultimate skill is actually a charm skill, right? So this is going to be super helpful in terms of allowing you to control the enemy much better and possibly change the tide of the entire battle. Okay, so this just helps her a lot as well, so it's a great exclusive equipment for Yuri. Then we have Guilahan. For his exclusive equipment, it increases the duration of his defense decrease in Silent Dragon just up to 20 seconds from 8 seconds. So this is definitely more PvE oriented and will allow you to get a higher score in Silent Garden. And I think it's definitely one of those exclusive equipment that you also want to get, okay, because it really helps in terms of your overall score, and in future, the score matters a lot. And I'll talk about that in another video. The next few exclusive equipments that we are going to talk about belong to heroes that we do not have yet, but I've covered them in my part 3 video, which I link above, so be sure to check that out. For Serena, she gains the ability to be able to increase allies' defense ignore efficiency whenever she uses her skills. So as a PvE support, this is a huge factor in terms of increasing your damage output, and I think definitely this is one exclusive item that you will want to get even before you level her up, okay, when she comes out, because this is just so game breaking for your scoring, and even in a scenario, for example, it just amps up your damage to a huge extent. So definitely a great exclusive equipment to get as soon as you can. The next one is Diana. For Diana, she gains the ability such that every 9 attacks she will be able to stun the target, and the reason why you have this is because she does have a skill that allows the increased damage on stun targets. It definitely works for her because she actually doesn't have a stunning skill, if I'm not wrong, maybe just one, right? But having this additional passive to stun targets is going to help her in her damage up, and she has an extremely low cooldown, and this makes her pretty good in certain areas such as 8-man Salios raid. But because her utility is very niche and she's not used as much, it won't be a very high priority exclusive equipment. Then we have Platin. For Platin, he gains a totally new effect added on to his skill 1, and that is Recovery Reversal. So just take note that for Recovery Reversal is specifically for healing. Okay, so when an enemy heals, they will take damage equal to a certain percentage of Platin's attack. Okay, this does not apply to skills that cause the heroes to gain back health in terms of a lifesteal effect. It doesn't work for those. It only works when the heroes themselves receive healing effects, which directly means being healed by healers. Yep, so it is kind of specific that way, but I think it is totally meant to counter tank teams, because if you watch the part 3 video, you will know that Platin is used in speed teams as a universal unit buffer. So he will be a great unit to have to counter against tank teams who utilize healers very frequently. Next up, we have Bolt Z. So for Bolt Z, his passive is really long, and this exclusive equipment kind of amps up his utility in terms of him being a decent standalone unit in PvP itself. As we know, he is supposed to be used with Nier for the charge effect because he gains a lot of utility after he enters a charge mode, and in this case he is able to apply charge on himself, okay, without the help of Nier. So having this exclusive equipment is gonna be great for him, but the thing is, Bolt Z itself is not a very commonly used unit in the top meta in PvP. So if you are gonna get this exclusive equipment for him, yes, it's good, but overall this unit is not going to be used as much, so you may want to hold back a bit, okay, before making this exclusive equipment, especially if you do not have enough vessels. The last one that we have on the list and in the entire game, even in Korea, is the exclusive equipment for Spike Plus. For this exclusive equipment, it is a very basic effect, and that is to give him an additional moment of immortality when his HP reaches 10%. So he will have 2 moments of immortality in the entire battle. And take note that Spike Plus is a tank, which means he is going to be great in your front lines, in your universal comms and your tank comms, and having a tank that doesn't die that easily and also cause a lot of crowd control is going to help his kit very well. So for Spike Plus, this is a great exclusive equipment to have as well. So I've heard a lot of positive opinions about these exclusive equipment, and honestly, yes, they are all really good and well designed to suit the character they were meant for. So this is the new ranking that I organized, and I've also shifted Len Plus up into the SS tier because I think her exclusive equipment is really good, especially since it's not restricted to Gigantus raid. Okay, so you definitely want to get the exclusive equipments for all the raid units, and then you have your damage dealers and support units, okay, and of course your PvP units. The ones in the S tier, A tier, B tier, honestly, more often than not, I think they are usually made for Codex buff, okay, because these heroes are less used compared to those in the SS tier. Okay, so I hope this video helped, and if it did, do give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Big shout out to my channel members Tom, Jeremy, Nick, Gonzalo, Fahash, Chilling, Yamaki, Kevin and Harlan for their support. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you so much and see you!